Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. Sorry, there we go. We have epic troll slayers who've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you are so kind. You've been so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hi. You can go down in the description box because all the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, whatever works for you. So, hello, hello, hello. Lewis is saying that I heard there's a GoFundMe page to cover Jeanine Pirro's bar tab. You mean Judge Boxwine? Yeah. And on today's episode, rich conservative Catholics headed to the Vatican this past week in an attempt to bribe the members of the Conclave into picking the right pope. Turns out God isn't petty, but the Catholic Church is. We'll get to that. Okay, Judge Boxwine is now the U.S. District Attorney for D.C. I think that the sound you hear is the sound of defense lawyers all across D.C. going, yes, yes. And are you ready for this? President Dumpster Fire is reportedly not endorsing MTG in her next run. Quote, he wants someone who can win, unquote. No, he, quote, wants someone who can win, unquote. Oh, it's petty day. Oh, it's petty day here on Black and Orange. Okay, all right. Oh, I'm glad you like the picture. Yes, that is an orange. I know it's not very orange colored, but yes, he is holding an orange and with that expression on his face of yeah. Okay. And oh, it's petty day. Yeah. I'm going to use good old faithful, old ratty beaten up, the old ratty beaten up classic, deck. All right, so we're jumping in at 3 minutes. We're only 3 minutes in, and I'm smiling so much my cheeks hurt. Okay, 3 minutes in. First of all, I have a small image to show you. Do you know how the I don't know if you know, in Chicago there's kind of a running Chicago thing of back in the day talking about the Bears or the Bulls, football, basketball, the Bulls, the Bears, right? So the cover of the Chicago Sun-Times today, the Pope. So there's a lot of fun. Okay. But rich conservative Catholics headed to the Vatican this past week in an attempt to bribe the members of the Conclave into picking the right pope. They gifted $100 bottles of wine and, quote, billion-dollar promises, unquote, if the church would elect someone aligned with MAGA views. Instead, the Conclave elected someone whose father is from the south side of Chicago, whose mother's people are Creole from Louisiana, and who has publicly spoken out on social media. Oh, here. Wait. We have to back up just 1 second. Small detail about this. The new Pope Leo has exactly 6 posts on social media, a grand total, a whopping 6 posts on social media up until this moment, right? One of them is calling out J.D. Vance for being awful. The other is calling out Donald Trump for being awful. 1/3 of this man's entire social media is against the dumpster fire administration. Ooh, boy. Yeah. They picked him. So like I said, God ain't petty, but apparently the Catholic Church is, or the Conclave is. So anyway, there are already reports. Oh, this is another thing. There are already reports that Orangina is angry he's being upstaged. We saw that coming a mile off. Are we about to see a standoff between the Vatican and the White House? No. Because I do believe that Pope Leo is smarter than that. We'll see. We're still in the honeymoon phase. But, yeah. There are actually a couple of questions here. So the first one I want to read on is, so how to get Trump and Vance. Okay. I read on the Pope himself yesterday. Oh, Finzenberger, thank you so much. It really helps. I read on the Pope himself yesterday, and I was getting pretty progressive vibes. Apparently, he has said there should be female bishops. But you can't be a bishop unless you've been a priest. So is he? Oh, they're gonna be so mad. The more closed their minds, the angrier they're gonna be. Oh. You'll get me, my pretty, and your little dog too. All right. So the first question is, I want to be petty about the rich people. Chris Wilson, south side of Chicago, because he's bad Leo Pope. Trying to run through rhyming words in my head. Smartest man against the dope. Oh, thank you. Don't worry, which you're very sweet, but it's actually a combination of two different ones. So, and thank you, Tori. All right, so the super rich who went over there and were just throwing money around, thinking they could bribe the conclave. You don't understand how bribing the church works. Oh boy, you really don't. Look, my family's still Catholic. My parents are devoutly Catholic. All right? I'm not knocking Catholics. I'm not going to be disrespectful like that. What I am saying is that there is a history. The Catholic Church has a history. And in the past, certainly in the late Middle Ages? No, it was actually right in the Middle Ages, I think. They had a small bribery problem. Just a little. There are centuries of bribing the Catholic Church. And you think you're just going to roll up in there with a couple bottles of wine or promises of stupid amounts of money, and you think they're just going to do your bidding? Wow. Okay. There is actually some good energy here. There is some hope. There is some hope that I'm going to be honest with you. This feels a little bit like I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it almost feels like women will finally be able to get up off their knees. Can't be priests, can't be bishops, can't be cardinals, can't be pope, can't hold high positions of power. Ever. Not supposed to. There are Catholics who don't believe in contraception, let alone saving the mother's life when she has a bunch of other kids she's raising. Just a little bit. I'm not saying she's getting on her feet, but this feels like she's maybe going to be able to get up just a little, which would be huge. Rather than just being Adam's rib. So that's real partnership. Well, that's the other thing. I know how political it is, but when the conclave is meeting and they're choosing a new pope, it has to kind of focus the mind a little bit. And while obviously you want to choose a person such and such, there is such a focus on, how do I put this? There's such a focus on the church. It's such a focus on history. There's such a focus on your place in history and how God is going to see you. I'm not saying everybody becomes, perfect angels, but that's when, if anything, they internally are kind of cleaning up their act a little bit. That's really bad to try to bribe and steal, and I'm not saying that's everybody, but it feels like there are certain times where, as political as it is, there is a little bit of a new start, cleansing. So, fruits of labor, Queen of Swords. Yeah, they thought they could, but nope. Go. You've got plenty of other people to go bribe. Yeah. Okay, so. Where was it here? Eldon Pond is saying the church turned into a misogyn. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Eldon Pond says the church turned into a misogynistic mess around the 4th century. Here we go. And so a quick look. Veronica's saying the 700 Club is where I started having trouble with religion. I'm sorry. And all right. So I'm caught up there. Okay. So yeah, go peddle that somewhere else. Now, Dumpy and the Pope. 1415. So, Mr. What do you mean I'm not the center of attention? Trying to stick his head on other bodies in different costumes to try to make him his pathetic, tiny little bit of self-esteem. Try to boost that up. He's so awful. He chose to be this way. So, well, he doesn't like how much attention this is getting. Everybody's talking about it. No, actually, everybody is talking about this. Not you. Oh, at some point, we need to talk about the big, beautiful deal that Dumpy made with the UK. Spoiler alert, they didn't finish the deal. It's not actually signed. Yeah. But he had a big thing in a big Oval Office meeting or whatever it was. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. If there's one thing on the face of this earth, one of the many things, but one of the key things that Donald Trump does not understand, it's charity, actual giving. He is the worst example of Saturn, which is restrictions, on Venus, which is what you love, how you love. Everything's transactional. Any kind of softness or feeling is just constricted. That's the worst. There are good sides to that aspect if you choose to go the higher route, but he'd never, ever, never. So he doesn't know what charity is. Pope Leo does. Refusal to listen to any kind of decency. Bravado. Ace of Swords. Chariot. Oh, wow. So we have a new Pope in the Vatican who is from the Augustine tradition. And he's taken the name Leo, which has to do with social justice, which has to do with, yeah. Whereas President Dumpster Fire is going to try to have a military parade within memory of when we got a new pope. And it's not going to go so well. Because it's going to make him look bad. Not just because of this, but in general. The military parade that is going to make Dumpy look bad. Because you can't turn a sow's ear into a silk purse. Although somebody keeps trying to dress him in expensive suits. So, of course, Mrs. Augustines are pretty cool. Yep. All right. Okay. Oh, Galen, thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you. Okay. See, I should be drinking the tea as we're going over the tea. All right. So, oh man, 1840. Lewis brought this up, but we were going to definitely talk about this no matter what. So, Jeanine Pirro. For those of you who may not know, and I envy you, Jeanine Pirro she was a judge, and then for a long time she's been a Fox News talking head. And she has, let's say, a reputation for getting on air and being a little slurred. Yeah, okay. So, she has a voice that can peel the paint off the walls. And she's a viper. Yeah. But yeah, I just generally think of her as, Judge Boxwine. Yeah. So Jeanine, pour me another one, Pirro, is now the U.S. District Attorney for D.C. I guess that she and Hogsbreath are Dumpy's liquor cabinet. It's not a cabinet position, but oh, that was good. That was good, Lois. But will she last long here? It is temporary, I believe. Oh, gosh. I just heard that and I just thought every defense attorney in D.C. going, yes, yes. I don't know how long she's going to show up. And I understand alcoholism is a real thing. And if somebody is fighting that, then they deserve all kinds of empathy and kindness. If you are a vicious person who is constantly being awful to other people, and you have been for decades, you revel in your own cruelty, narrow-mindedness, and putting down other people, and you're a lush. I can't work up any sympathy for you. And you're not even trying to? No. You, in order for me to actually have empathy, you gotta put in like 1% effort. And she's not only not putting in 1% effort to be better, she is at -%. She is awful. So I am just the thing about people who, let's say, imbibe in excess, they don't always show up, and they don't always show up on time, or they don't always show up sober. So yeah, her and Hogsbreath, do not light a match anywhere near those two. Seriously, no open flames around either one. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, bright, shiny new job. It is interim, isn't it? Oh, man. Six of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. That's all right. Well, Six of Cups is usually nostalgia, but in this case, it could be, she's been kind of sitting in a chair at Fox News off and on for quite a while. So, and she could get away with stuff there that you couldn't get away with at a regular job. But this is the Trump dynasty. There's his base of power. The people who are in the in crowd. I've got a Temperance card and I've got a DEATH card. I don't think this is going to go well. These two cards for someone who has let's just say often has a registered blood alcohol level. If you're going into a new job and you're getting a big Temperance card, that on its own, that would be good. That would be good. Pulling yourself together. Todd says, Autumn's nails are a perfect color of dried blood. To tell the truth some more. It is a very Scorpio color. But this is not going to go well. Because these two together in this situation, it's almost like you have a choice. You pull it together or it all goes horribly wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean a literal unaliving, but this is not the likelihood of her choosing well. Not good. Not good. Mm-mm. Nope. Crisco says her tone is the worst, always seems angry. Oh yeah, she yells a lot. She's very Stephen Miller in her constant yelling. So Music Mansion says, I despised her even before she opened her mouth, and then she opened her mouth. Yeah. Mark says a lush fund. Yeah. The liquor cabinet. Yeah, it's sad, but at the same time, they're grown adults. They don't have to be mean. They don't have to be cruel. That's your choice. So we're going to call you out on it. So, okay. Oh, dear. Follow-up question. Ugh. Does this mean that Pirro may end up with a higher position in the administration after this? I hope not. Oh, boy. So, I don't know. I kind of want to call her Screech, although I know that was not a beloved character on some TV show. But oh, Ming and Brian, thank you. Happy Friday. Absolutely. Makes a big difference. Thank you. Okay. Well, there's the Justice card. So it's in the right area of what her new job is. I'm not getting higher. Mainly, her job has been saying nasty things about the Democrats and Joe Biden. It just that was her job. And for the most part, we just ignored her. But that's her thing. I've got this 9 of Swords, the card of sleepless nights and worry, right in the center. And it's not Joe Biden. He's not leaving. Joe Biden is not losing any sleep over Jeanine Pirro. Let me promise you that. As much as I can. This is sleepless nights and worry, aggressive. She may overstep. Aggressive law enforcement. And there's fruits of labor. Or just fruits. She has money. But this kind of worry, these aren't other people. This is her problems. This is being over aggressive, and this is retiring, going back to what I these are not cards of upward trajectory. This is overstepping and I'll just So Lewis is having fun today. Lewis just said she'll take the 5th of tequila. Oh, bless. Kathy Whiplash says she's supposed to go after Letitia James. And I thought the other stuff was funny. Okay. Lewis says, okay, I'll stop. Oh, don't stop on our account. You're awesome. Core Smith said, worked as an alcoholic and drug addiction counselor. Wouldn't want to be near them. Bless you for doing that work. Thank you. Seriously, you're doing the Lord's work there. But yeah, people who they're just mean and refuse to take responsibility or refuse to look at themselves. Anyone who's just mean, vicious, but won't deal with their own stuff. Doesn't matter if they're narcissists, doesn't matter what their issue is. There comes a point where there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. And if they're people who are constantly living on the drama triangle, which I've often talked about, really, there's nothing you can do until they decide that they're not going to live in the drama triangle. So, anyway. This is true. Tori, people are on their A game today. Yes. Nettie says Letitia will run circles around her. And Nancy says, wondering if she'll celebrate the 4th with the 5th. M. Kelpie, do a heads up on James versus Pirro. Oh, really? Well, now, that's a thought. Oh, Ms. Gibson says, I used to work in social work services at the VA Medical Center. Bless you for that. Thank you. Thank you. I can tell you, until they want to stop doing, nothing you can do. Yeah. Of course, Mrs. Alcoholics are totally self-centered. It's just part of the process. Yeah. 3120. Oh, because the next one. Let me read on this quickly because the next thing we're going into is the MTG. But anyway, for right now, 30, 31, 35. Pirro versus James. So Pirro, but as the district attorney of DC, why would she be going? How would she specifically be going against the Attorney General of New York State? I don't understand. Oh, I'm so sorry, Old Silver. I'm so sorry. All right, Pirro versus James. Let's just say one way or the other, it's not a fair fight. I don't see. Chris goes, is federal charging James with something? Warrior Witch says, who called Pirro box wine Barbie? I salute you. I don't know. Oh, I was about to say something so catty. I will actually leave that one alone. Okay. I just missed something. Thank you, Michelle. M. Kelby says Pirro was picked because Krasnov, which is the handle that the Russians gave Trump, is mad they shut down the appointment of Ed Martin. Oh, thank heavens. I don't want to read on Ed Martin. Ed Martin is vile on a whole other level. No, thank you. No, thanks. Thank heavens. Yeah, because seriously, even the GOP was like, nope, no. So I'm hoping the dumpster fire doesn't like pull Ed Martin into his administration where he has more control because. Whew. So I am not seeing why they would go out against each other. So this is just a general if one went, if they went up against each other, I don't think it would be a fair fight in the sense of one is smart and competent and the other one is, hemmed in. Somebody just needs to bring the truth versus a bunch of far right blather. This is far right communication. This is sword of truth. High priestess, some higher wisdom. And there's a magician, which is really good use of resources and putting things where they were to make your case, versus somebody who is losing sleep sleeping it off, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. So if they were up against each other, because I don't know exactly what that would, why, but not, it wouldn't be a fair fight. Is Ed Martin? Arsino wants to know is Ed Martin worse than Nazi Ferratu? I would say that's a real possibility. Hang on, I know somebody up here was kind enough to. Hang on, I'm trying to find. Somebody was kind enough to put some stuff about Ed Martin in the chat, but I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it, but we could maybe look at him later. I'm hoping never, but if he has any chance of getting anywhere, we'll look at him. Okay, so we have to get to the best. Well, not the best. This is chef's kiss. 3620. Reportedly, President Dumpy is reportedly not backing MTG's new run for office because he, quote, doesn't love her chances, unquote. According to those in the know, he, quote, wants someone who can win, unquote. The question here is, will this drive a deeper wedge between the two? Oh no, oh, this is glorious. Do you know what a fracture this is in MAGA world? Oh, new run for office. Probably the Senate. Yeah, it probably is. As a man's asking us, rep or senator. Well, I think we're talking about the senator run, but we should look at both. And not so much will she win, because I've never picked up on MTG becoming a senator, but Alden Pond, could you please take that out of the chat, please? Thank you. We try to keep it a little bit cleaner than that. It's a daytime show. SW, thank you so much. Thank you. Really helps. Okay. Phyllis says he snubs her all the time, and she just puts up with it. Aw. So you join the leopards eating faces party because you're like, ha ha ha, I'm a leopard. Really? Because somebody might be snacking right now, metaphorically. Knight of Cups. There's some increasingly bad blood. This is emotion, active emotion. The Star. She thinks she's a star. There's the Justice card. I do have a partnership card. When I read on this before, I got that there may reach a point where Trump has lost so many people on his side that he starts pulling. You know how he does that? Sometimes he'll start pulling in people he's kind of pushed out before. They'll get back in their back in his good graces. That might happen. But Jennifer Parr says, nom, nom, nom. Oh, absolutely, Raymond. MTG should be under investigation for insider trading. Yes. Yes, she said they should do an investigation. Yes. Whew. Again, this Knight of Cups. I keep getting cup cards. I mean, she lies, he lies. It's what they have in common. They're both cruel and they're both cruel liars. Donald Trump, Marjorie Trader Green, they're both cruel liars. She is a sadist, and you cannot convince me otherwise. That is my opinion from everything I've seen. She actually enjoys humiliating other people. She gets this crazy glint in her eye where she can't wait. She can't wait. She's like clutching the poster boards of Hunter Biden in au natural. And she wants to show them again. And she's like sitting in her seat and she's just like, she can't wait. She can't wait to humiliate somebody. Watch her when she goes after somebody. Where she's just like focused. She gets to humiliate somebody. She thinks she can. She's a sadist. He is a narcissist. There's a definite sadistic quality to that, but it's different. And they have that in common. And they've always had that in common. And we're pleased. We're enjoying watching this. Oh, Sherry, I did I have looked at that, and it didn't look good for her. But she's been part of the part of his base power. There is a sword of truth there. There is the Empress, and there is the Knight of Cups. This is all very emotional, strangely emotional from these two vile people. Has anybody else been watching The Wheel of Time? Or maybe you read the books, all 14 of them or whatever it is. Anybody? I'm halfway through season 3. Anybody watch the Wheel of Time? Anybody else? Do you know? Do you know who the Forsaken are? Yeah. MTG is one of the Forsaken. Yeah. Only dumber? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, the show has taken liberties, but I have problems with the books. So anyway, Dee says, yep, would agree MTG is a Forsaken. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she is not Lanfear. No. Especially in the TV show, Lanfear is beautiful, and she is smart, and she is incredibly powerful. It's like, oh, that's not MTG. But yeah, gross and awful. Yeah. Okay. So what's the future of Trump and the Forsaken? I guess it would be like being one of the top lieutenants in to the devil or something. One of his like top. I'm trying to remember in Supernatural, they went up against a number of of Lucifer's lieutenants. Trying to think of their names. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, because we definitely don't choose them, because in that show the women tended to be beautiful, and yeah. So anyway, Rose Blue, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Anyway, do put things in the chat tomorrow, because I'm here every day. I'll get to things if you keep putting it in the chat. Okay. How is their relationship going to go? Well, they both enjoy inflicting as much pain as possible, but I've got a world card right behind that, which is a really hemmed in, like you're done. But let's see. King of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. If she wanted back in his good graces, she should try to find something that will put money in his pocket. 9 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands. There's very little here. There's very little here. I think perhaps the love is gone. Like those two have any idea what love is. They want to know what love is. And we're not going to show them. Anyway. All right. Oh, that sounds like an Alfie. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, seriously, Julie, you have a great question here. And the questions I don't get to today, I will roll over to tomorrow. But Julie, definitely want to make sure I get to this today, because Julie was asking, Trump is boasting that lumber, gas prices, and interest rates are all down. He actually, the other day, he said, I've seen the video, it came out of his lying mouth, grocery prices are down. Seriously. Yes, Veronica, that was, yes. Are people going to buy this? Are people actually buying this garbage? Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to make sure we get to about that supposed trade deal with the UK that wasn't actually signed. But are people going to buy him saying, oh, yeah, everything's down? And then they actually go to buy something, and it's like, is sticker shock going to win out over a cult mentality? Just flat out lying. Dave, could you please remove that comment, please? Oh, did somebody that sounds like somebody downstairs closed a door. Yeah, he gets upset. People downstairs close doors. Oh, the owl. 1 second. Okay, if he keeps doing that, I'll sing the little song I sing when he's upset. I'm serious. I'm a goofball. All right, so 48:30. Are people going to buy this nonsense? Lumber, gas prices, interest rates are all down. Grocery prices are down. No, they're not. People have memories. People know what things used to cost. And that's the thing with inflation. Once things go up in price, they really don't come back down. Oh, ow, Alfie. Ow. Alfie, Alfie, Alfie. There's a good boy. Oh, he is the good boy. Yes, he is. Alfie, Alfie, give me your answer, do. You're a kitty doing what kitties do. You're a lot of trouble, both you are and your brother. But you are sweet, a pumpkin tree doing all the things kitties do. Alfie, Alfie, Alfie. All right, people have memories. Yeah, and things are changing. He is an idiot. There is disappointment. He said things were going to be better, and they're not. People are a day late and $1 short, and he's still prancing around like, oh, look, I'm so great. Yeah, people are hurting right here, though. Anyway. Oh, Denise says Alfie was singing with you. Thank you. Oh, the sweetie. I don't know why he's so upset. As soon as I guess I just have a one or two more, and I will go give him lots and lots of attention. Lots of attention. Yes, perfect musical timing. All right. Okay. Yeah, okay. At 51 minutes, what's going on? What's going to happen between Pakistan and India? Because, okay, look, I know they've been sparring, having a spat for decades, but not liking the DEATH card. Oh, he's at the buffet. Alfie has gone to the buffet. True, Lois. Alfie security does not like closed doors. Agreed. Joel. All right, Pakistan and India. Really? Can't we all just get along? You're both nuclear powers, really? Really? This says JD visited and war breaks out. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, he is the good boy. Yes, he is. Oh, he's the good owl. He's the good owl. Okay. World. Yeah, this is a big deal. Wheel of Fortune. It's been going on for a while. King of Cups. Two of Wands. Yeah, with Mr. Diplomacy in the White House, I'm sure that's going to help. Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. That was crazy. Well, these aren't cards of the worst of the worst. Financial issues. Walking away from negotiations. Please tell me this will just peter out, just fizzle out. Queen of Swords. It's a card for the reading. Knight of Swords. So, yeah, that's fighting. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands. So this is fighting. This is economic. There are a lot of arms manufacturers who are going to make money and stirring up trouble. But it's all minor arcana, especially ending is minor arcana. So fingers crossed, this means that they're going to do a kind of tit for tat thing back and forth for a while. And I hope this goes away. I'm not getting anything beyond that. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I do. The other thing I want to make sure I get covered today, but I will move everything else over to tomorrow at 55 minutes. Yep. Chris Cool is asking, this is wow. Felon 45, are you for this? Has rejected FEMA aid to red states, Kentucky, Arkansas, North Carolina, and Georgia so far. Now he's fired the head of FEMA. How will red state MAGA voters take these decisions? You join the leopards eating faces party. Because you're like, yes, they're going to eat those people's faces. Funny when you join a bunch of wild animals. They can turn on you. When the cruelty is the point, maybe you shouldn't wander in there like, hey, everybody, I don't have the money to just easily rebuild after some natural disaster has happened. I don't have the money to pay you stupid amounts of lobbying money, but I'm sure you're not going to turn against me. Cruelty, corruption, awfulness. It's what you voted for. Like palm olive, you're soaking in it. Oh, and now you're a day late and a dollar short. Yeah. These are the choices you made. You made this bed. Now you get to fluff the pillows. Page ones. Yeah, you're MAGA, but you're weak. You're not paying off the right people. You don't have the money to play with the big guys. Therefore, you are a pawn. That's how they see you. You are a poor, like it's a noun. There's the country, and there is hope. And the hope is not on your side of the aisle. It's not. And it feels like the country on the whole is going to start looking for hope because there's none coming from MAGA. None. They're being lied to. They're being lied to on the daily. So, Linda Sue is saying that the insane wealthy call us mindless eaters. Lovely. Okie dokie. Well, let's do a reading for us at 58:15, and then I am going to go probably do probably brush the kitty cards for us. What do we need to know? Maybe something that's coming up, something important, something we should do. There is a saying, it's in the finance world, but I think it is very much a good thing to think about in general, which is don't try to catch a falling knife. If you drop a knife, don't try to catch it, ever. Thank you, Claude. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. That goes for these jerks as well. They're doing this to themselves. This is the DEATH card with the judgment card. Those are the cards for the reading. I have the dumpster fire president himself. There's a sword of truth. There's a sword of truth. Queen of Pentacles, so all the people who voted for him. This is the group. There's suspension. There's Fool. they are going to have their own internal meltdowns. They're going to have their own mess. They're going to react badly to the empty shelves that are going to be around this summer. I'm not saying it's going to last forever, but I didn't read on the UK deal, which isn't a deal, by the way. They haven't signed it. And it isn't that big compared to the amount of damage that has already been done. I think House Sparks was saying the US has lost $60 trillion in, what is it? The US is down $6 trillion in wealth. Our GDP has gone to 0.3%. I guess that's our GDP growth is down to 0.3%. All to, if the UK deal goes through, all to get, okay, we're down 6 trillion, right? All to get 5 billion worth of agricultural products sold to the UK. And it's not even signed. It's not even a thing. And that is the only deal they're even talking about. There are going to be empty shelves this summer. And I have a Cancer moon. I do not wish that for you. I wish I could help. I wish I could wrap each and every one of you in a blanket and give you, whatever form of cocoa you can drink, and make sure you have warm toes and a full belly. That's my nature. But this is the reality of where we are. So hang in there, but let them learn their lesson. Call your representatives, do what you can, but do not yell at MAGA people. Do not try to change their minds. Just they forged that knife. They are letting it fall because Trump is hurting them. Keep your peace. Let them understand on their own. Let them come to the realization on their own. Okay? So we're going to get through this. We are. We're going to get through this. All right. So anyway, it is 1:19 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel as always. And Sarah will be there too. And we're gonna be as productive as we possibly can. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And also don't forget to stay calm just before this. We spent about 15-20 minutes channeling positive energy, doing some very simple stretching in the chair. Come along and try it, because it really made a huge difference in my life, this daily practice of channeling positive energy. Anyway, all right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. We're just in the thick of it, but there are good days ahead. All right. So be well, and I will see you later. All right. Take care.